So you're looking for a video camera. You want to do, well, YouTube videos. You want to do short videos for friends and family. You're tired of using your cell phone. You're tired of using a GoPro. What can you use? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about the DJI Pocket 3. I picked it up about a month and a half ago, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, my likes, and my dislikes about it. Now, first of all, this is not sponsored. This is nothing about it has been given to me. I went out and bought this with my own money. I did the research myself to buy it. This is no way, shape, or form done by DJI. So I'm giving you my honest opinion. Unlike so many other reviews that you see online, when they've been given the device to try or they've been given money to give the review, you just can't trust it. So on this one, it's 100% me. But first of all, before we get into it, who am I? Well, my name is Mike Patterson, and I've been a professional, full-time, award-winning photographer located here in Western Canada for over 39 years. I do everything photography. My hobby is photography, and my business is photography. I make my living exclusively from photography. I also own and operate a full-service photo lab where I print for beginners to experts from across North America, and I also teach photography. Back in 2020, we all know what happened then, I was teaching classes before that. I was teaching workshops. And when 2020 hit, I decided I'd start a YouTube channel for, well, getting my information out there to share how to get better pictures. In addition to that, I also started teaching more online. I also started doing videos, well, private videos for my students so that I could show them different things. And I started doing a lot more in the video world. I picked up some video lights. I have video equipment. And I've been doing that, but I haven't been happy with having a device to go out on location or even just in the studio that's easy to move around, that's easy to, well, just shoot with and not have to think about it or work on it for 5 minutes to get it to go. Now, I've got cameras that I do video with. I'm doing one right now, Canon 70D. I love it. The way it's set up here, the way that it runs and everything, it's absolutely perfect. But when I leave the studio with it, it's a pain. It's big, it's heavy, and I just don't like it. The biggest thing in Southern Alberta is it's windy here probably about 70 to 80% of the time, and anything that you have, unless it's a really good microphone, and usually a separate microphone because you need it as close to the person speaking as possible, you pick up wind noise. And I've tried everything. I have tried GoPros. I have went and got the media mod. I went and got the dead cat for the media mod. I went and got different lapel mics. I have tried everything. And while they all have benefits, they have a lot of drawbacks. The DJI Pocket 3 had one big advantage over everything else, and that was with the combo pack, it comes with the microphone that automatically syncs to the camera just by turning it on. And it made it so simple. Also with the dead cat, I can clip it onto myself, and even in a strong wind, it cuts out a lot of the wind noise, which is wonderful, fantastic. And it's worked wonderful for that. It's easy to use. I can narrate stuff on it with the microphone, and it is simple. Now, let's go through the stuff that I've tried before. First of all, GoPros. I've had a number of GoPros. I am not a fan of GoPros. I've looked at other ones that do similar to GoPro, but they just don't suit what I want to do. Now, don't get me wrong. GoPro, when it works, it's a great device. The problem is with GoPro is the stupid user interface that they have is useless. If you hit the start button the wrong way, it switches the mode on it and you have problems. And I've talked to GoPro about it, and the response was, yeah, that's the way it is. Too bad. Sucks to be you. And it drove me up the wall more than anything. Now, don't get me wrong. It takes great video. It really does. It takes great ambient sound with the media mod or without the media mod. It works perfectly. But to use it in a stop and go situation, it's not reliable. And I hate GoPro because of that. They could improve this camera so much by offering an improved user interface, something that goes back a few generations. Even if they charged you $50 or $100 for the new user interface, they could make a ton of money from people like me that are sick and tired of them. But I gave up trying to use the GoPro exactly because of that. It just was not useful to me. So when I heard about the Pocket 2, I was quite impressed. I had looked at it, I'd considered it, but I also went and considered a camera system, whether it be a Sony, whether it be a Canon, a smaller camera system. And I just couldn't find one that, well, really interested me. So when I saw the Pocket 3 come out, when I saw the Creator Combo come out, where I have an actual microphone that syncs to the camera completely effortlessly, I was very intrigued. So I picked it up. Now, what do I think of it so far? Everything about it I like. I really do, except for, well, there's a couple smaller things that I don't like. The first thing I like is it's so easy to use and to carry. You can flip your hand up here, you can use the joystick, and it's so easy to move it around if you want. You can, by just pushing on a button, it goes from forward facing to rear facing. You can see yourself on the screen. It is so nice. To turn it on, it's simple. All you do to turn it on is just flip the little screen and it comes on. If you want to sync it with the microphone, you turn the microphone on and they're synced. It's so easy. I love the fact that it comes with a little tripod stand, so I can just drop it somewhere and it works. I can pick it up, fold it up, and away I go. It's also got a tripod socket on it, so if it's really windy and I think it's going to blow over, I can actually attach it to a bigger tripod. So far, I've loved that. Now, whenever somebody says that they love everything and there's absolutely no problems with it, let's talk about the stuff that I don't like about it. All right, just like the GoPro, I find that the Pocket 3, the battery is limited. So I got the extra battery with the Creator Combo, and it's really useful. It really is. Don't really like the way that it charges, because it charges, you put it into the battery, and it starts charging the camera first, and then when the camera's done, then it charges the battery. It's kind of a weird way of doing it, but it does seem to work. The biggest thing that I do not like about it is their storage case. And no matter how I put it in here, no matter how careful I am, it always seems to come out of the case a little bit, and this head, which is quite strong, but at the same time, well, it's going to break if you keep banging it around or anything. It always seems to get knocked out. That's one big thing I don't like about it. The biggest thing is I'm worried about how durable it is. Now, that being said, I picked up the extended warranty the day I bought it, because the extended warranty with DJI is simply this. You pay for shipping there, they send you back another unit, and that's it. No matter what happens to yours, whether you drop it, whether it gets water damage, whether it breaks internally, whatever. And you get so many returns over the life of the contract. And to me, that makes it worthwhile. You're spending, well, in Canada, $1,000 for it and the warranty. It's well worth it. And I love it for everything, especially for how clear the microphone is in the wind. So, would I recommend it? Strongly recommend it. Would I recommend it over GoPro if they change the user interface? Probably yes, because with GoPro it seems like you're constantly struggling to get it to work properly. And unless that user interface is 100% fixed, this one is just so much easier to use, and I really do like it. Now, what do you get with it? Well, when you buy the combo pack, you get the camera, you get an extra battery, you get a tripod adapter that goes on in case you don't have the extra battery or you don't want to use the extra battery. You get the little tripod feet. You get the microphone. You get a dead cat. You also get a wide angle filter or lens that goes on over top of your lens. And you get the carrying case with it. It's everything that you need. It really is. It works wonderful. Now, I have found one other issue with it that I'm still working on, and that could just be the equipment or the software that I use. But when I download the files from my DJI Pocket 3 to my computer recognizes the files are there, but it will not open the files in any of my viewing programs unless I transfer it to my video editing program, and then it works fine. But that's just, I think, something with a conflict in there. I actually have a request out to one of the companies that I work with or I use their products with to see if they can fix it. Hopefully it's easy fix. Hopefully it's something that's coming out. But that's one of the big things I don't like about it. So do I recommend it over a camera? Big time. It's so easy to use. Do I recommend it over a GoPro? Again, big time, yes. When wouldn't I use it? Well, the one thing that scares me about it, and the one reason I'm still keeping my GoPro, is I know my GoPro, when I take off the media mod, is completely waterproof. This scares me. I honestly don't think I would use this outside when it was raining. I don't think I would use it if I'm kayaking, or even if I'm cycling and it could be raining or it's very humid. This just scares me. Whereas at least with the GoPro or something like the GoPro, I know that DJI makes something like this. At least with this, it's designed for wet weather. It's designed to be abused a bit more. This just scares me if you abuse it too much that it is going to break. So that's another thing. Now, how about the battery life on it? If you have the battery in the camera charged and you have the external battery charged, you're getting several hours of recording with no problem, which blows the GoPro out of the water. And that's one other thing I don't like about GoPro. In fact, with the GoPro, I actually went and got an external battery for it because it runs out of battery power so much and I'm constantly changing batteries. DJI seems to have thought of that and they fixed it with the external battery. And you could get another one and it's as easy as just hitting a button, pulling one off, putting the next one on, and you're done. Whereas if you're using the media mod on a GoPro, it's a major pain to get that off, put the new battery in, and go from there. So I really do like it. If those little things were fixed with it, or if those little things were like repaired in the next version, I would say this is a perfect camera for people wanting to do quick videos, YouTubes, or whatever. So until next time, I hope that helped you. I hope if you're looking at it, that gave you some good information. Like I say, it's totally unsponsored and totally nothing to do with DJI other than I bought it with my own money. So until next time, have yourself a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.